family. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. It is Motivational Monday. And guess what it's doing here on the East Coast? It is snowing. It is a beautiful snowfall. But guess what? I just feel like there's sunshine all over the place. My goodness, what is it? Could it be the deep power? I think it is. I think it's that deep power, that liquid sunshine that's keeping us smiling 24 hours, 7 days a week. Well, family, you have dialed into the Team Effort Lifestyle Call, where you will hear things that will move you from facts to faith to action. This is your host, Pastor Lisa McDowell, along with my business partner, one star, Pastor Del Wafer. Family, the line is open. Who's with me this morning? Introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Good morning, Pastor Denise. Paul Jackson from Mount Heights, Maryland.
Good morning, Mr. Jackson. How are you this beautiful Monday morning?
Doing great on this magnificent day.
It is indeed. It is indeed. And a fantastic TT party that Monica and Tiara and yourself was all there. A beautiful tactile for first TTP from Monica Jones. Congratulations on that, huh?
Yeah, they're doing it big. They're doing it real big.
They're doing it big. Great job, team. Take over. Well, family is also with Paul Jackson now this morning. Go right ahead and introduce yourself. You got into the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. Of course, it's a little chilly. Of course, it's a little snowfall. But you got your deep power. Get that big boost down. Boost it up, family. It's Monday morning. We got to come out strong at the top of the week. Strong so we can have a strong week ending. Come on, family. Give us your name. Where you're calling in from.
Michael McLean, California.
I heard California. Is that Donald Joseph?
Yes, that's me. Good morning,
Good
Pastor.
morning, sir. Good morning. How are you?
I am doing excellent.
I know you are.
Michael McLean from Brookville, Maryland.
Oh, my goodness. Mike, how are you this morning, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Like you said, I took my B boost, my D, and I'm ready to roll.
Ready to roll. That's it. That's how you started off, right, Mike?
Yes, indeedy.
Good to hear you this morning, sir. Keep it coming, family. What's with us this morning? Go right ahead. Give us your name.
Lily French, Washington, D.C.
Oh, my goodness. Hi, Miss Lily. How are you?
I'm wonderful. And yourself?
I'm doing great, Miss Lily. We're going to hear from you one day this week. Yes, we are. Miss Lily has a wonderful testimony, family. I want her to share it this week, and I'm going to call you today to set that day up. Okay, Miss Lily?
Okay.
Thank you. Miss Lily has a wonderful testimony. Well, family, I'm going to mute out in just a few. Go right ahead if you like. Introduce yourself. Call your name. Jewel Johnson.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Each and every one of you for waking up this morning. You're waking up on the East Coast looking at this beautiful snowfall. But get it up to, like Michael McLean said, get that B boost, get that deep power. Get your morning started. This is the top of the week. You come out strong. You come out swinging. You come out with the, what is that little punch that Ali used to do, the rope-a-dope. Come with the rope-a-dope with the deep power and the beat, boom, boom, boom. Knock it out. Get it going. Get that sleep out your eyes. Get up. Get out that bed and get it going, because there's a day waiting for you to take charge. Well, I'm telling you, family, great things just continue to happen. And Team Effort Networking, I was thinking about the mothership of this Team Effort International, how long we've been in business, 12 years, nonstop, paychecks done on every week, every Wednesday, nonstop for 12 years, a proven management system, proven product, proven compensation plan, no competition. What we have is unique. It's cool, it's convenient, a better delivery system than any that's out there. And we definitely really have no competition at all, family. And just let's remember, we're open up in different countries. And, it's kind of complicated when you open up a new business in another country. But because of our sister company, we've already been there. We know the rules and the regulations and the policies and everything that needs to take place for going to another country. So when we open up, it's open up for good. We don't have to worry about getting anything in the wrong way and having it being shut down. When we go in, we are in. It's set up, it's proven, and we're in to stay. So, family, you are part of something that's been around for years. It's been changing people's lives for years. We just launched this new division February of last year, 2013. But our sister company, My Video Talk, has changed lives for years, 12 years nonstop, with just the technology. That was just a technology company, but still we were reaching people around the globe, making a difference in our financial situation, having to bring families and friends aboard. And we have over 26 millionaires already birthed from the same compensation plan that we have here with Team Effort Network. And guess what? This year, Team Effort Network, new millionaires are going to be birthed this year, family. This year, you guys have been planting the seed. Now, harvest time, it's time to reap. It is time to reap harvest. As you all know, we have the Power to 1 year challenge is taking place starting this month, January. Many of you are already ahead of the race. Some of you have already completed your goals for February. And just think, for those of you who have met your goals for January, you are only 11 months away, just 11 months away from making $22,750 monthly residual. Not one time, but a monthly residual. You're just 11 months away, because in January, if you got your 2 new business partners, that's it for January. You're finished. Now, February, you know the deal. You help those 2 to get theirs too, and you're finished for February. And then you're only 10 months away. This just gets better and better. It is easy. It's fun. You have a support team. It's going to happen. So, family, look, let's go for this thing straight to the top. Make it happen, because we are changing people's lives one spray at a time. Well, I'm going to calm my little self down and bring on my business partner, one-star Pastor Del Wafer. Are you there this morning, sir?
Hey, everybody. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, sir?
Oh, my. I'm doing wonderful. Out here in this weather. But really excited to be able to catch this call. You know, as we keep focusing on, 2015 and all the things that it accompanies, we're really in a really, really good place. We're really in a good place right now to set these tremendous goals at the top of the year. Because, as you make your plans for the year, it gives us goals that we can shoot for. And not only just goals, not just saying, we're going to have this huge goal, but also have a goal that's measurable and have something that has a timetable to it. That's why when you talk about getting you to this month, that's a goal, but it's also measurable, and so it's not something that a big old goal that you can't really comprehend or you can't really buy into. So it's a measurable goal to help people stay focused and help people stay successful. And I'm really excited because we're coming off of a weekend where we had 2 really, really good TTPs. It's an amazing time. JR and his team had one in Northeast Washington that we were able to go and be a part of, and really excited about, the results we're getting out of that. But then when I left there and went to another one with Monica Jones setting off her TTP there in Upper Marlboro, Pastor Nikisha and the team, everybody was there. That was an amazing opportunity to see so many people out for that TTP. And let me tell you guys, this is the bread and butter of our business. The bread and butter of our business is getting people in seats where they can see the presentation. That's why you got to support your TTP, your local TTPs. That's why you got to start your TTP. If there's not a TTP in your area, 10 tasting party, you got to be the one to start it so that people can rally around those TTPs and bring their guests and bring their people, because you are not going to have a huge organization and build a large organization if you have a region that don't have any TTPs. So we really need some of you in these regions to step up in this month, February, saying, listen, you know what? We haven't had a TTP here in a year, 6 months. I'm going to be the one to step up. So really excited about what's happening there with that. And the last thing is, Pastor Denise, Super Saturday. We're having a Super Saturday here in the Maryland market, guys. February 7th at the Green Belt, at the Beltsville Sheridan, right there on Powder Mill Road in Calverton, Maryland. Guys, you want to be a part of that. 10 to 2. We'll get more information out there to you on tomorrow and the next day. But I'm telling you, it's going to be really, really exciting. I know it's the last minute, but we figured we really want to get another Super Saturday in right before we go to Las Vegas in March, because we have this Super Saturday on February 7th. We're going to be in Dayton, Ohio, February 21st. Then we're going to be in March 14th. We're going to be celebrating the 1-year anniversary in Las Vegas. And guess what, guys? Let me tell you, man, the gloves come off after Las Vegas, baby, because the next 90 days, it's going to be on and popping. So we're really excited about where we are, what's taking place, and we're looking forward to helping you guys build, and build large.
Mm-hmm. That is so true, Pastor. I'm excited about what we're doing as a team effort and as a family and as going forth, and the beauty of those sprays and the changes that it's making in people's lives and their financial situation. Well, family, as you know, it is Motivational Monday. We always have Coach Nikisha Bond. She comes on, gives us some awesome tools on what to put in our toolbox and how to maybe approach your prospect, maybe how to market your product, maybe a little bit more about the sprays, maybe what do I say and how do I say it, or maybe how to, get personal development. Maybe a book she'll suggest for you to read. But whatever she's teaching is something you can apply to your toolbox as you build your business, as you build your future. So let's welcome to the call once again, Coach Nikisha Bond. Are you there?
Woo! Hello. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you this morning? Girl, you sound excited. Sunshine must be out there on the West Coast.
Well, the sun is shining out here, so it's definitely, a little bit of a better situation. And we all know when we get enough vitamin D from the sun, we definitely feel a lot better. So maybe that's why I'm so perked up.
Well, we are ready to hear some great things that you have for us today. I know you give us good things every Monday morning. I get very excited about the wonderful training that you give us, a lot of mastermind training as well. So what do you have in the toolbox today?
Okay, so last week we started talking about the mind, and everyone got so excited. I wanted to make sure that we could go a little bit more in depth, because it's just absolutely fascinating to me, because we all know a lot of stuff, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we see those changes in our lives. And so when I started seeing this paradigm, I really wanted to go out there and find out, why is it that some people succeed and some people don't? Why is it that we can all know the same things, but yet only certain people act on them? I know on this call, we're always talking about you need to take action, faith without action. Keep taking action. Go out there and talk to people. And you can tell people this till you're blue in the face. And sometimes you'll never talk to anybody. And it's just always really fascinated me. So, Pastor Denise, I want to go into a little bit more detail, and then I'll probably leave a little bit early. That way you can have because I know this is something that you get very passionate about. I want you to have a chance to, put in a lot of your mentoring and tips in there too. So let's talk about what we talked about last time. So we all know that we're a spirit living in a body, and we're governed by our mind. I mean, I don't think we sometimes think of ourselves like that. We look at our flesh and we see a solid mass object. But if you were to have the right type of microscope, you would see that all you are is really just a bunch of molecules floating around in a very tight vibration. And all of these molecules are controlled by your mind. And what's funny is that all of these molecules are controlled by your mind, but most people don't spend any time thinking. What do I mean by that? I mean that thoughts come into your head all the time, right? Because we're always influenced. There's always different things coming into us. And a lot of people don't take the time to think about what they're thinking about. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But when you think of the mind, what do you think about? Do you think about just the brain? Because the brain is not really the mind. The brain is just a circuit board that's saying, oh, phew, go ahead, lift that arm, blink those eyes, beat that heart. It's just a switchboard. It's not really the mind. The mind is actually created of the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So your conscious mind is the thinking mind. It controls thoughts. And so that's what I'm using right now. I'm talking to you guys using my conscious mind. I'm thinking about the things that I'm saying. Your subconscious mind controls your behavior. And those are things that happen that a lot of times you don't have to think about. Things that are governed by your subconscious mind are like your blinking, your heart beating, driving. We talked about that last time. All controlled by your subconscious mind. I mean, I don't have to really think about these things in order for them to happen. I can if I want to, but I don't necessarily have to. And this means two things. It means number one, which is super important, is that we become what we think about, right? Because our mind is controlling our body. And so we are going to become the things that we think about. And you can control your thoughts by managing your feelings, because your feelings are an indication of what you're thinking about, because it's about those vibrations, right? And so when you have a thought, it sends a vibration down into your body, which is why when you have a negative thought, you usually go into a negative vibration. And then all of a sudden you just feel off. Like maybe you were having a great day and somebody came up to you, or you heard some bad news, and all of a sudden you'll feel your emotions shift immediately. Now, people who are thinking people notice that shift and are able to step back and say, why am I feeling this way? What happened? How do I want to be feeling? They control their thoughts. They do this. It starts to become a habit. It becomes automatic. People who are not thinking, they'll go into a negative thought and they'll just let it control the rest of their day. They might even let it control the rest of their life, which is why we have to monitor our thoughts. Now, we have thousands, tens of thousands. We have millions of thoughts a day, so there's no way that you could ever, manage every single thought. But what you can do is manage your emotions. You can see when your body goes into a negative vibration to stop and say, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to feel like that. Why am I feeling like that? And go back and try and find that thought, get rid of that thought, and replace it with a new thought. So this is the part that I get really excited about. As you can tell, I get excited about most things, but this is the part that really gets exciting to me, because now let's say that you want to change, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a scenario. You want to change, Pastor Denise. You have been controlled by your subconscious too long. You said, enough is enough, and today is the day. I'm not going to take it anymore. Make that decision. Okay. So now your subconscious has an X idea. We're going to use X and Y. So I want everybody to think of something that they really, really want, something that is just a burning desire deep down inside of you. And we're going to call that your Y idea. Now, your Y idea, something that you hear, something that you read, something that you attend, something that comes into your life that's outside of your own, that's different from what you know, and now you want to accept that as being your truth. For example, you go to a TTP, like Pastor Dale was saying, all these people came in with X ideas. And what those TTPs do is they give you a Y idea to go into your mind and say, you know what, there's more possibilities for life. Look at what your future could be. Look at what your income could be. What would you do with that income? These are all Y ideas. The Y idea sounds good to you. It makes you feel good. So you accept it and you say, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah, I know I've been doing X idea all this time, but I'm ready to do Y idea. I'm ready to change my life. And so your Y idea goes down to the subconscious. The subconscious says, nope, I'm sorry. We're on an X vibration. We're only accepting X ideas. So your behavior stays the same. You're thinking to yourself, what? Are you kidding me? I don't want this X idea anymore. I want that Y idea. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do that over there. So you persist and you continue to feed your mind these Y ideas. You come to the meetings, you listen to the calls, and all of a sudden your body starts going crazy. Why is your body going crazy? Because your body is programmed to do X idea. And what you're trying to do is force it to do Y idea. So now your vibrations get out, because every time you keep throwing that Y idea down there, your subconscious says, no, we're not doing that. Remember, we like to stay on the couch and play Candy Crush, and we don't want to get up and do whatever it is that you're talking. I don't want to plan a TTP because I don't get up and I don't talk to in front of people. I don't talk to people in general. I don't want to do all these things. Why are you doing this? That's the fear. That's the doubt. That's the second guessing. Will network marketing really work? Will 10 really work? I don't know. There's so many people who have quit. Oh my gosh, am I going to be one of those people? That's when your anxiety comes up. Your worry. Oh my gosh, if I spend my time over here, maybe I should just look for another job because, I'm not making ends meet. And this is the point where people quit. When your Y idea starts to shatter that X idea that you had for years. For years you've had this X idea. And when those two vibrations get in, I'm sorry, you are going to be going through. And that's why people say that you got to have dreams that scare you. You got to have things that stretch you out there. Okay, so now what do? Okay, we are programmed with X. We know that in the core of our being, we can feel it every time we put that Y idea in there. But we really, really want Y, and we've made that decision, and we don't want to go back. And even though it's uncomfortable, and even though I feel scared, and even though I'm worried and I have anxiety, I'm going to persist. Or maybe I don't persist. So these are the two things that happen. Let's say you say, I'm not going to do it. You revert back to your comfort zone, and you're happy about it. That's the part that's scary. You get happy about it because your body has been in this XY crazy vibration, nerve going, fear, doubt, everything flowing around you. And all of a sudden you say, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to do 10. It's too stressful. And your body will instantly say, yes, there you go, baby. Just relax. You don't want to do that. Go sit back down on the couch. Yes, because that's what we do. And you just go get some more ice cream because that's what we do too. And these things make you feel good and you want to do these things. And you quit and you give up on your dreams. And that's why 97% of people fail network marketing. Network marketing doesn't fail them. The math is there. I'm sorry, guys. The math is there. You know the products work. You know the compensation plays. All you got to go do this. There's no reason why we can't all be 100% successful. But why do we quit? We quit because we get tired of that anxiety that's being built, that worry, that fear, that doubt. And it feels so good to go back to your comfort zone. I can speak for this, right? Because this is me. I'm not talking about you. I'm actually talking about me. Everybody's talking about them. This has happened to everybody. Everybody has had a dream. Everybody has gone for their dream, and everybody has reverted back to their comfort zone. Some people have done it lots of times. Some people are still doing it. Some people will do it tomorrow. It doesn't matter. It's just a part of that cycle. But let's say that you do not want to do that. You say, no, I will not. I'm not going to go back to my comfort zone. I'm not going to be who I said I was. I'm not going to be that person anymore. I'm going to be that person over there. So what do? You start to mix those thoughts with emotion, and all of a sudden things will change. I want to give you guys a story that I find absolutely fascinating. So a long time ago, and I'll get back to this, I promise. A long time ago, there was this news article that came on. I must have been like 8 years old, and it talked about the killer bees that were coming to America. They had scientists on, they had all these people on, so the killer bees are coming, and they're going to take over, and they're going to kill you. And so I was so freaked out that whole entire year. I thought every time I saw a bee, I thought I was going to get stung and die. Now, that year came and went. I never got stung by a bee. I never really saw any bees. And once I started wondering, like, okay, what happened with the killer bees? Well, come find out two things. One is they work in packs, so they'll swarm you, and a bunch of them have to sting you for you to die. That's one. And number two, they came over here, they bred with regular bees, and now they're just like regular bees. But you know what? I was really, really freaked out all that year because I took that thought and I mixed it with my freaked out emotions, and every bee that I saw scared the crap out of me, right? But that wasn't even real. I created that, right? And you can do the same thing with good emotions. Now, we do it naturally with fear. You know, that's why you see people who go through a traumatic experience and they keep replaying that experience over and over and over in their mind. And what that does is they're mixing those thoughts with those emotions, and that becomes a paradigm for them. You know, that might be the reason why they don't go outside anymore. That might be the reason they don't talk to people anymore. That might be the reason they don't date anymore. Whatever it is, that's what happens because we start to mix those thoughts with emotions. Now, we don't do it as much, but we should do those with good emotions. When you start thinking about going to this event or having your TTP, are you dreading it or are you really looking forward to it? Do you know what you're going to wear? We talked about this last time. Do you know how you're going to feel? Do you know where you're going to sit? Are you going to get there early so you can sit in the front? Are you going to come in and sit in the back? What are you going to do? How are you going to feel? When you start to visualize your why idea until it becomes your reality, feel what it feels like to incorporate that why idea into your mind, because those feelings and those thoughts and that visualization, that starts to seep into your subconscious mind. Now what happens, this is where the shift happens, is when that X idea, it doesn't go away, it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and the why idea in your subconscious mind gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So the next time you throw that thought down there, instead of your mind bubbling up and saying, no, we don't believe that, your mind says, yes, I believe that, I accept that, yes. And then all of a sudden you start to attract those things into your life because your mind starts to become more accepting of why idea, more accepting of why opportunity, more accepting of why behavior. And because the subconscious mind is controlling your behavior, that's when you need to get these feelings and thoughts and emotions and visualizations so that your behavior starts to change. And that's what's really, really exciting is that we have all of this power. Now, do we use it? Most of us don't use it. To be honest with you, most of us don't use it. And if we use it in a negative because it's really easy to accept negative thoughts. We have to train ourselves to accept positive thoughts. And so this is why you should have your goals in front of you every day. Visualize it, feel it. You know, a lot of us write our goals down, and that's great because 97% of people don't do it. But out of that percentage of people, how many people spend time looking at their goals, feeling their goals? Do you know what it would be like if I told you right now that you were going to have an income of $22,000 at the end of the year? Do you even know what your lifestyle would look like? Do you even know the things that you would do, the places that you would go, the opportunities that you would have? Have you ever thought about that? Or is it just more of a, oh, $22,000 would be nice to have every single month? But do you feel it in your bones? Do you feel that you deserve it? Do you feel that your life would be so much better and you would live here and do these things and go these places? Because when you start to feel that, then $22,000 and getting 2 people is easy. That's when it becomes easy. That's when that behavior becomes just instinctual down inside. I'll give you another story. You know, me and my husband are very different. If you've ever met us, we grew up on completely different sides of the track. And I always grew up with, you're going to college. It wasn't a matter of if you're going to college or when you are going to college. So I didn't know people had a choice. I really didn't know. And when I got older, I was probably a senior. My guidance counselor asked me if I was going to college. And I said, we all have to go to college. Just like I came to the 12th grade, I'm going to college, just like everybody else. It's just like, no, you don't have to go to college. I said, what? What do you mean you don't have to go to college? What are you supposed to do? And she said, well, you know, people go to vocational schools or they work. And I was just like, whoa. It opened up my mind to all these different possibilities. But you know what I ended up doing? I ended up going to college. You know why? Because that had been so ingrained in me. I didn't really know what to do when you gave me all these opportunities to go out there and think about it and travel the world and, you know, see different experiences, work, and, you know, get life under my belt. I didn't even know the only thing I knew to do was to go back to college. So that's what I did. I went to college because that's the only thing that I knew to do. And we do that so often. Is there's things that we don't know to do, or there's things that we've seen our parents do that we're just like, I want to be like them. But then, oh man, how did I end up like them? You've seen it all your life. It's comfortable. It's in your paradigm. You haven't taken the time to really think about what life would be like, or to think about what you want your life to be like, which is something we don't do in school, which is really sad. Anyway, number 2. So what else can we, after we visualize our goals and we feel it, what can we do? Take time every day, in the morning and the evening before you go to bed. See it, feel it, be it. You know, do it all the time, and you'll start to solidify this why idea into your subconscious. Another thing to think about: are you comfortable? Then you're not growing. Oh, yes, I know. It hurts. I'm sorry. You know, I love you, Tim Family, and I only say it because I love you. If you're sitting here and you're in this business and you feel comfortable, you're not working this business. Oh, I don't know. I know, but don't worry, because when your dreams start to scare you, that's when you start to grow. You know, if you only do what you think you can accomplish, you only get what you probably already got, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but you kind of stay in that same little bandwidth. When you really want to go out there, right? When you want to go out there and be totally different, you have to go out there of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone will keep you in the same thing every single year. And I believe this is why a lot of people switch network marketing companies over all the time, is because they get comfortable with switching. Oh, let's go. Oh, this is exciting. I like this. You know, the hard part is when you're working the network marketing business. When you get out there, you got a team and you're growing and you're dealing with challenges, that's the work. The fun part is when you first get excited and you start and you hear about this new opportunity and you're super excited and everybody around you is so excited. The work is keeping that excitement even when things aren't new. And it doesn't matter whatever network marketing company you go to. It really doesn't matter, because you are still going to go along, right? So if we don't change us and we stay in our comfort zone, we won't grow. Our business won't grow. So you can take you to any network company that you want, any one of them. And if you don't change, it's not going to have a different outcome for you. And that's why a lot of people hop, and that's why a lot of people quit, and that's why a lot of people never grow. That's why a lot of people never see success in network marketing. Not because of the company, not because of the product, not because of the opportunity, it's because of them. And if we don't realize our own limitations, and we don't realize our own thoughts, and we don't realize our own paradigms, and we don't realize where we are, and we don't make an effort to change it, we'll always get what we always got. And of course, we can blame whoever we want to, right? Because that makes it really easy. Then I don't have to take responsibility for myself. Oh, I'm sorry, family. I know. It's tough. It's tough when we're talking about these things in the mind, because we always want it to be something out there, right? I want it to be something out there and someone out there, or something knowledge, more books. Nikisha, tell me books. Give me steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I can follow. Give me more. Something out there. But it's in here that we have to work on the most. It's our minds. It's us. And we can gain all the knowledge that we want. But if we don't change that paradigm, if we really don't feel it, if we don't feel like we deserve it, we're not going to go after it. We're not going to work the time that it takes. It takes time to put on a TTP. None of these people put on the TTP party and thought, oh, well, tomorrow, yeah, I'm just going to have a TTP. You know, it takes time. It takes thought. sacrifice, and you have to do those things if you want to get those types of success. And then number 4, you become what you think about. Knowledge alone is not power. You have to take that knowledge, mix it with emotion, develop habits to reinforce what it is that you believe. That was a lot that I put into that statement. But here's something that you can think of. When you go to school teaches you learn it, remember it, repeat it. Good job. Good job. Good job for you, Pastor Denise. You learned it, you repeat it, and you know it. Good for you. And it stops right there. So we think we've done a good job when we know. We think we've gone to a seminar and we went to a training and now we know. We are good because we know. But there's no power in knowing. You know lots of things and it doesn't change your behavior. And so what it is that we have to really start to develop a mindset. We are consciously looking at what we think about and we are reinforcing that and we are mixing it with feelings and emotions and attaching behaviors, method of operations every single day to enforce what we believe. And when we don't do those things, we keep getting the same result and we get frustrated. And your body does not want you to be frustrated. That causes stress and tension. So it's going to tell you to go back to your comfort zone. It's not going to let you move forward if you really don't want to. It's when you start to take that why idea, whatever it is that you put in your mind that you said that you wanted, you start to mix it with that emotion every single day, mixing it up, mixing it up, mixing it up. Saying, I'm going to do this behavior, I'm going to do this behavior, I'm going to do this behavior, all the time. Now everything is being aligned and you start to attract all of these things that you want. You start to attract people into your business, attract people to the products, attract people to the TTPs. When you dread it, when you hate it, when it's an obstacle, your mind is always going to try and get you back to your comfort zone. So your takeaway for today is if you feel comfortable, you're not growing. So now you got to look and see what you think about. See how you feel about what you think about and start to decide how you want your life to be. And when you start to do that, it'll be a lot easier. I promise you, it'll be a lot easier. Right now, you're fighting against yourself, which is why I always say in personal development, number one thing that I've learned from network marketing, take away all the money and everything else that you ever do. That'll be something that no one can ever take away from you, is the ability to really think and to really hone in on what you want and to watch it manifest in your life. That's what this business really teaches you. And that's what gets really, really exciting. But it doesn't do it until we take time to look at where we are, to really reflect, and now to start to choose that thought and start to attract those things in our life that we really want. So we don't have to get results that we don't want, that we've been living with for however many years. We can start to get the results that we've been dreaming about. So observe the results that you deserve, the results that you've always left out there for somebody else to take advantage of can now be yours. So I hope that this has blessed somebody today. I think we went into a little bit more detail. I did run over time, so I'm sorry, Pastor Denise. But back to you.
No, that is excellent, Nikisha. It's great. You covered just about everything, and it's such a good topic. It's one, Nikisha, I think that we may have to keep, revisiting. We may have to bring it back because it takes a while for people to really, get the vision of what you're teaching, and it's so very, very important for the growth of your business. And Nikisha is so correct when she says that if you're comfortable where you are, you're not growing. You're in a comfort zone. And that comfort zone is going to rob you from where you really want to go. And when Nikisha's talking about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, you have to understand your subconscious mind knows you because your subconscious mind is the one that programs you. So when you tell yourself, like, when you do see something you want to do, you say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to start tomorrow. Your subconscious mind is going, okay, yeah, sure, right, sure, you're going to do it. You may start it for a couple of days, but I know you. But one thing about the subconscious mind, when you have really, really made up your mind, when your conscious mind has really put its foot down and says, you know what, that's it, this is it, I'm going all the way, the subconscious mind will submit and it will line up with you, and then that's when things really start to manifest in your life. That's when those things that you're really working towards begin to manifest. Because you have to remember, what does the word say? And a double-minded person is unstable in all his ways, and you cannot receive anything. So if your mind is not made up, you're being double-minded, vacillating, going back and forth, and that's why you never get anywhere. You got to have a made-up mind. Your conscious mind is going to put its foot down and says, okay, I'm Y, X is what we're going to do. And when your subconscious know that you really, really mean it, it lines up with you, and it gets done. It really gets done. Nikisha, I think we need to keep bringing this one back because it has so much to do, but especially since we're working on that Power of One, the Power of Two 1 year challenge, because it's visualizing each month. You talking to yourself, I'm getting my 2 in January. I'm going to get my 2. I need, Lord, God, show me where my 2 are. we're on my 2. I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them. I'm going to get my 2. It's almost like you're telling yourself, and you're really convicted that you are going to get them. All of a sudden, you got your 2. And then, okay, that's done. All right, thank you. Now separate. I have to help those 2 get their 2. So I think that teaching on the subconscious and the conscious mind is just going to be a great deal to help everyone understand that it really starts with you. And going back and forth, like maybe leaving, like Mel says, pay attention, be excited, don't quit. Remember the seeds that you planted already in 10. Last year, there was a lot of seed planting you guys done. Even prior to that, you've made concessions. You've put out phone calls. You sent out emails. You told people about your testimony. You told them about where you're going in 10. So don't change your story. Don't uproot your seed because harvest is coming. Don't leave this location. Don't pull up a seed and go try to take it and plant it somewhere else. The anointing is right here where you planted it. So, Coach Nikisha, I get excited about this topic. I really do. And I just think it's something we can bring back for a while until folks are saying, wow, I got it. Let me bring on Pastor Del. Pastor Del, are you there, sir?
Hey. Well, great job as always, Coach Nikisha. Always looking forward to hearing what you have to say. You always give us some great information. You always kick us in the butt a little bit, but that's all right. We need the encouragement, and, Mondays are always a good day to get it done so you can start your week out right. So absolutely wonderful. Thanks again for doing what you do.
Coach Nikisha Bond, family, I'm telling you, she said it. If you're comfortable, you're in a comfort zone, and you're not growing. So what we're going to do, we're going to kick you out of that comfort zone. Boom! Get that beat boost and get that comfort zone. Visualize where you want to go in 10 and make it happen because it's yours. It's yours. This thing, it's yours. Well, let's go out to the UK. Bring Dr. Nita Poof with our quote for today. Dr. Poof, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me okay, Denise?
Yes, I can. How are you today?
Yes, I'm great. And the training is always great. So absolutely wonderful, Nikisha. Absolutely agree with everything you and Denise and Dale have all been saying. Visualization is so important. Habits, attitudes, so incredibly important. And at the end of the day, if there's something somebody doesn't like, it's not the pay plan, it's not the sprays, it's not the product, it's not the company, it's not the owners, it's not this incredible opportunity, it's not the worldwide expansion, it's you. They owe you.
That's true.
So, if anyone's having a negative thought, you know what they say, the best way to produce good habits is be very self-aware, exactly what Nikisha was saying. Key sentence she said, think what you think about. That's basically self-awareness. Know what your body's doing. I've said this before, an athlete, any high performer, top businessman, top sportsman, top chef, top artist, top fashion designer, anyone who's top in the world, they are very, very self-aware. They know what they're thinking, and in the case of an athlete, they know exactly every single muscle, what it's doing basically, and they know what they're feeling. So be aware whether you're thinking negatively or positively, whether your body's moving negatively or positively, because body language can tell an awful lot. When you look in the mirror, check what your body language is saying. Check what your mind is thinking, basically. And if you're having anything negative, replace it with a positive thought. That's basically how they do it. They become so self-aware of what is negative, whether it's around them or in them, they remove it and replace it with something positive. And they do that in 90-day chunks because it takes 90 days to build good habits. So they replace everything negative with what's positive, not by replacing what's outside, not by replacing the Richard Branson or any top performer, say, for example, Roger Federer. Loads and loads and loads of times he's won top tennis matches around the world. He doesn't change the tennis He doesn't go from tennis to baseball. He stays in tennis. What he changes is his technique. He changes his action, and he changes his attitude. So every top performer doesn't change what's on the outside, they change what's on the inside. And they do it in 90-day chunks, starting with attitude, going into actions, developing habits. And that's exactly what we have to do. Visualization, absolutely key. Muhammad Ali, actually, when he was preparing to fight, and I'm going to quote this, he said at a press conference he would go back to his hotel room, visualize the preparation for the next day, visualize himself working hard in the gym, pounding the big punch bag, building up stamina. He would imagine himself rising early, going to bed on time, eating all the right things. Then the day of the fight, he'd visualize the car pulling up. He'd visualize how he would feel. He'd visualize himself in the changing room. He'd imagine what he would see, the smell, the taste, the noises, all the sounds. So employing all your senses in that state of visualization of what you want to achieve, basically. He'd even imagine the bandages being wrapped around his hands, the gloves being tied, himself walking around the ring, hearing the crowd shouting for him. And then he'd imagine his opponent. He'd imagine how the fight would start. He'd imagine the beginning, the middle, the end. He'd see his opponent falling. He'd imagine how he was going to knock them out. He'd actually hear the count bell. He'd hear the count, then the bell, and he'd hear his name called as the winner. And then he'd freeze frame that image, and that's what he'd think about all the time. Now, we don't need to knock out any opponent. All we need to do is share the TEN sprays and opportunity. We got a huge millions of people market. We've got a $1 billion going into $1 trillion market in terms of value of the market. So it's all about visualization, where you want to be in that market, and actually going for it. So basically, Jim Carrey, when she was talking to Oprah Winfrey, said visualization was so incredibly important. Her quotes were, "I would visualize things coming to me. It would just make me feel better. What I needed, I'd visualize it coming to me." Visualization works if you work hard at it. That's the thing. You can't just visualize and then go and eat a sandwich. You have to visualize it and freeze frame it there. Marcus Devereux said, "The greatest achievement of the human spirit is to live up to one's opportunities and make the most of one's resources." So we need to live up to this opportunity, the fantastic team effort network opportunity, make do with the resources we have, because we already have huge amount of resources. It's a value product, as I've said before. We go for value people, and we show them in a value way. Spamming a whole load of people and spamming the internet with a whole load of stuff is not value. Talking to people, showing them the testimonials, telling them the stories, showing them the product, that is value, basically. So if you want value people, then you've got to go about it in a value way, basically. So Confucius said, "Choose work you love, and you will never have to work another day in your life," basically. We love TEN sprays, we love the product, we love the opportunity, and it's going to give us the opportunity to have lifetime income. Few companies are actually going to be around to give lifetime income. TEN, in the parent company Team Effort International, has already been going nearly 10 years. This company is going to be around. That's a rare thing to have, basically. We're in the right opportunity, right company, right products, right timing, right market. So Roberto Rodriguez said, "Only by seeking challenges can we hope to find the best in ourselves." That's exactly what Nikisha was saying. She said, step out of your comfort zone, go for the challenge, and make the best of yourself. Mary Tyler Moore said, having a dream is what keeps you alive. Overcoming the challenges is what makes life worth living. In fact, I saw something on the TV the other day of something I was just catching up on, and then I flipped over, and there was Donald Trump on the Celebrity USA. And obviously, we may or may not like all of bits and pieces that we see, but one thing that Celebrity USA has, and obviously there's a whole load of egos on there, but they're incredibly focused because they're all high-performing achievers. They're incredibly focused. And you know what he said to them? He said, it's not only in the winning. Winning is easy, but a real winner is the one who faces the challenges. It's how you stand up when there's the challenges and your persistence and determination. So Henry Ford said, there is one rule for the industrialist and the commercial man and the businessman, and that is make the best quality of goods possible at the lowest cost price, paying the highest wages possible. Well, actually, that's what we have in TEN. Henry Ford, multi-millionaire, the guy who came up with the concepts that revolutionized the car industry. He said quality, cost, and giving back as much as possible. That's exactly what TEI do. They come up with the best quality sprays, the best quality ingredients, the most innovative products, market leaders, absolutely visionary products, always ahead of its time, always ahead of the game. They produce it at the best cost they can, but not cutting corners on quality or branding or the actual product, and paying out the highest pay plan possible. So we don't have real competition out there. Nothing else is as high quality, paying out the highest pay plan possible, with a steadfast company that knows how to do things step by step. So it's going to be here long term. Back to you, Denise.
Wow, thank you. Doctor Anita Poole from the UK, you are so correct there. There's no competition when it comes to Team Method Network vitamin sprays, proven company, proven compensation plan, and we are going stronger each day. New business partners coming on each and every minute of the day, and because of you doing what you're supposed to do, and that's just simply sharing your testimony, your story, and letting people know what Team Method Network is doing for people around the globe. Coach Nikisha Bond, thank you again so very much for that training. Looking forward to some more on the conscious and subconscious mind training next Monday. And family, don't forget you have a few days left to participate in the Frenzy bonus. It is for the month of January. So if you're a new business partner, sign up for the month of January. You have 7 days from the day that you sign up to double your Fast Start bonus. And if you sign up 2 new business partners within the same 7 days, you triple your Fast Start bonus. Let's not forget about the 10 extravaganza. I know we're not forgetting about that. It's just impossible to forget about the 10 extravaganza. And that's just a few weeks away. Just a month and a few weeks away from there. March the 14th, we're all going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada, celebrating our 1-year birthday anniversary, 1-year launch of 10 vitamin sprays, 1 year strong of changing people's lives. Anyone in Team Method Network needs to be there at the Mirage at March the 14th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Get your tickets. Don't forget to join the Spanish call that takes place this morning, 9:10 Pacific, 12:10 Eastern Standard Time. I believe Christy will be on this morning speaking to all of our Spanish guests and friends about the great things that are happening here at Team Method Network. Melanie McGill, we love you, we thank you, and we thank you for allowing God to use you to help the average, ordinary person to live an extraordinary life of abundance and freedom. Wherever you are, we love you, and God bless you. Family, thank you all for being here today. It's been a great call. Join us again tomorrow morning to hear more great things about what's happening here at Team Method Network. You are loved, and you are appreciated. God bless you all, and have a blessed day on purpose. Mwah.